I think I need a new burner phone for all my banking stuff. I don't know where I'm using 13 gigs. I've disabled and force-stopped a lot of stuff. This phone is full of whatever background garbage. But anyways, that's not the point of this video. But yeah, the reason I have a burner phone for my banking and stock stuff is these are really the only apps I use. And these here. And then my security options. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, I'm just gonna make a real quick video because I gotta stop and get fuel in 10 minutes. But I wanted to point out a couple few things that I learned. So like I said in the last video, if I uploaded the last video, I can't remember. I've got so much going on right now. There's a couple few things you want to pay attention to. Shit. Red light. Okay, there's a couple few things you want to pay attention to. Like ZIM. They're my favorite right now. They're paying the best dividends. So what I've been doing was looking at the yield, which is not a bad thing. I was somewhat on the right track. So I was looking at who pays the best yields. And I was also looking at you want to make sure your yield is higher than your dividend, which I thought that's what you wanted. And in a way, it is. So that's one of the things you look for. The other thing you look for is what I got circled there. Their EPS is their earnings per share. So you want to make sure the dividend is higher. No, I'm sorry. The earnings per share is higher than the dividend. So you make sure the yield is higher than the dividend, and you make sure the earnings per share is higher than the dividend. And another cool part about ZIM is the dividend is higher than the stock price. This is like a magic bullet, if you will. You know, this is like finding gold. You don't see this normally. According to my broker, this is unheard of. So, essentially, they're paying you to own the stock. You buy the stock at $22.69. They're paying you $27.57. So you're automatically making money just by owning the stock. Right? So the stock is paying 115% dividends. Now,
keep right on 2.380.
to connect the dot, if the percentage is higher than the dividend, then the dividend is going to be higher than the stock price. If that makes sense. So if you automatically see that the dividend is lower than the yield,
Take exit 68 on the right. Truck stop at 3.2 miles. Next opportunity, 3.4 miles.
then they're basically paying you to own the stock. That being said, wait, if the yield is higher than the dividend, I think I said that right. If the yield is higher than the dividend, then the dividend will be higher than the stock price. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Alright? 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 But anyway, I gotta get off here in 2 miles and get fuel. But anyhow, so you look for that. Now, if the dividend is higher than the earnings per share, the EPS, for example, PBR,
Truck stop and service, 2.5 miles.
okay, I was wrong about what I just said. So PBR stock price is higher than their dividend, but their yield is also higher than their dividend. So the reason their dividend is, or their yield is probably so high, is because their earnings per share is lower than their dividend. So it's like their share is $10.76. They're making $5.22. They're paying you $7.59. So they're losing money. And that makes their yield percentage so high, if I got my calculations correct. So this is a red flag. However, what makes it not a red flag is that it's government owned, it's government backed. So they're printing their own money, which means they're not really losing money, it just looks like they're losing money. I mean, in the long run, yeah, they're losing money. But they're basically printing their own money, so their people
Truck stop, 0.5 miles. Next opportunity, 11 miles.
are losing money. Not the government, not the stock. The people of the
Truck
country
stop and service, 0.5 miles.
are the ones who's actually losing the money, because that's basically part of the whole inflation problem, printing money out of thin air. So you know, and now they're giving us money.
0.5 miles.
that doesn't really exist.
3 miles. Next opportunity, 0.4 miles.
So it's increasing their deficit, if you will. So in the long run, this is bad for the country. But in the short run, it's good for you and me. So that's a moral and ethical decision, what you want to do with that. But if this was not government backed, then this would definitely be a red flag.
Stop in service, 0.3 miles.
Now, make money in the short run, fine.
Truck stop
But
0.2
keep an eye on
miles.
it.
Next opportunity, 31 miles.
Because if it was not government backed, then they could go basically bankrupt.
Your destination is on the left.
Or they're just giving the dividends, the high dividends, temporarily. It won't last. So, you know, basically just keep an eye on it, because they may be paying the dividend today, and then next month, oh, no more dividends. And then you have to move your money. So if you invest in something like that that's got a dividend that's higher than their earnings, make sure you don't put too much money in there, and make sure that hang on, let me back up. Last time I was here, these pumps were messed up and I couldn't use the app to get fuel. And it looks like it's still messed up, so I'll have to use my card. Do it old school. But yeah, basically, let's see, I got those circled somewhere. So you look for a couple things. You look for the dividend being higher than the stock price, which again is rare. Then you look for the yield being higher than the dividend, and then you look for the earnings per share to be higher than the dividend. That's the best, okay? And then here's payout. That was the last payout date for ZIM. I haven't made any money off of them yet. I mean, I did a little bit, and then I dumped like $1,000 in there. So, and then I sold 150 while the stock price was up, but now the stock price is back down again. So I might put the $150 back in again. I've got it sitting and waiting to get put back in. So PBR, here we go. Now I'm not sure what this E or PE ratio means. Theirs is 2, whereas them is 0.5. So, I remember my stockbroker talking about it, but I don't remember what it means. Somebody else might know, and they can elaborate and inform or enlighten us. But anyways, so that's what I found out so far. ZIM is the best. PBR is maybe a short-term investment, but like I said, it's at the expense of their people and inflation. So that's maybe an ethical or moral decision you have to make, whether or not you want to invest. I got a couple $100 there. because I've got it in Cash App. I can't invest in ZIM in Cash App. So, PBR is the best option in Cash App. Next to PBR, let me see here real quick before I go out and get fuel. Oh, I rearranged my apps so things are in different locations now. I guess I can do fuel while I'm doing this. So this one right here is a red flag. Their earnings per share is lower than their dividend. Royalty Trust. I'll have to look into that and see if it's government backed. Again, if it's government backed, then it would be like PBR. But again, you know, if you're looking at the two, PBR is paying more. They're paying $7 per share, where these guys are only paying $1.09. That being said, their shares are cheaper, so you can buy more, and that's another thing you got to look at too. That's another thing you got to look at too, is how cheap are their stocks? How many stocks can you buy? So, like this other one I bought, it's like $80 a share. One moment, please. Cash advance, no. Additional products, no. Alright, continue. So, who was that I bought? It was these guys. No, it wasn't those guys. Who was it? Because that's only $2.70. Oh, here we go. These guys. It was like $80 a share. Now it's $87 a share. Maybe it was like 82. I don't remember. It was real close to 80. So I only got one share, but their yield is 37%. Their earnings per share is $81, and their dividend is $30. So I'll make $30 on that $80 that I invested. Now, I think that's annual. So if we go back and look at CIM, I'll make alright, we'll go at $22. I don't remember exactly what I paid for the stock, but I think it was about $22. So $22, and it was paying $30 per share, but now it's paying $27. So $1,000 Well, no, I got $850 now. Well, we'll just say 1,000. So $1,000 divided by $22 per share, that would give me $45. And it was paying 30, but we'll say 27 now, times $27 annually. I believe that should pay me $1,227 if I got my math right. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I am pretty good at math, or at least I used to be. So that's a pretty good share to have. If you make 115% return on your investment, you should make this much if you put $1,000 in. So that's where I'm putting most of my money right now. I'm still looking for another opportunity like this. And if I run into a large sum of money, then I'm going to dump it into ZIM. But yeah, that's good numbers. Now, I haven't physically made that money yet, so I don't know how accurate that is. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Stopping at 75 gallons. Boom. Yeah, I'm at the Pilot truck stop, and they only give you a half a point per day increase on your frequent fueler points. And you got to get a minimum of 70 gallons a day in order to qualify. So I've been getting 75 gallons a day until I max out my points, and then I top off my tanks. So, but anyways, right now I'm mostly focusing on paying down my credit card, because I'm actually losing money on my credit card versus my stocks. Although this stock is paying me more than what I'm losing on my credit card if I had the money that's on my credit card in this stock. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to start moving all my money into this stock and pay down my credit card. And yeah, I'll let you know what my results are. But all right, party on.